Greetings, everyone. Peace and blessings. Happy Sunday. Today is Sunday, and that is the day that the sun rules. And the sun is the planet that governs how we express ourselves, our personality, our individuality, right? The thing that makes you different from another person is the sun inside of you. The thing that makes the sound of your voice different and the way you think and your life experiences is anchored to the sun, your personality, which is really a relationship with light. But I wanted to come in and talk about what I see happening that I just love because of the astrology. Is one of the things that I have known all my life is that Black people are the center of reality. It is because of melanin. It is because we are the ones who have the strength to endure. We carry the Saturnial energy, which is about endurance and longevity. And, we're just the strongest of the strong, the brightest of the bright, because of the way we're made biologically, but also because of what we have experienced in the world. And I'm talking about Black Americans, to be specific. I'm not saying that all Black people are not this way, or Black people in the diaspora. Let's say, Black people around who are not in Africa. Not that they're not as creative as we are, but the level of oppression, the kind of oppression that we have experienced, being away from our land, away from our roots, away from the equator, and there were, not having access to the fundamental power that makes us who we are and still flourishing the way we do is something significant. It's something significant. Under the most oppressive experiences and expression of hatred for hundreds of years, we have survived that. We are that, right? Which is why you see us flip the highest and all that kind of shit. But the more we begin to know who we are and the more we live in it and celebrate it, the more they are going to emulate us, because we are the creators. We are the ones who can absorb the sunlight, right? So this is Leo season, and Leo is the sun. So we are the ones who can hold the light. We are the ones who have the melanin, who have the hormones and the faculties in our body to hold that energy, and then that energy is what makes us so creative, so inventive. and so I see all of this sort of commentary, and I love it, right? The commentary on the woman from Australia and how they, co-op our stuff. And the problem is that, yes, we are the creators, so everyone is going to co-op what we create, because no one can create like us. It's just not there are other people who can create, but no one can create under the extreme amounts of pressure and terror and create something that the world relates to. No one can do that but us. We do it all the time. And the more we everyone's sort of upset that people are not giving us credit, but the reason they don't give us credit is because this is an energetic based system and we don't give ourselves credit. But we don't give ourselves credit because the culture is designed to have us not see ourselves accurately. There's all sorts of media and fear-mongering that scares us against ourselves, like being murdered and all that kind of stuff, creates a frequency in us that doesn't give us the permission to be bold in who we are, to be bold in our knowing, to be powerful in our understanding of who we are and our contributions, because there is so much energy going against that to keep us small, to keep us unaware, to keep us psychically under a spell to not be true to ourselves. So as I see people being, upset and annoyed about this woman in Australia and, this breakdancing thing, which is hilarious to me, I really want us to know that the more we love ourselves, the more they're going to emulate us, because we are the creators, and it's okay. And if we want credit, we have to give ourselves credit and not look for the world to approve of us, because it's time for us to go on to be creating the next thing, right? Nobody creates like us, so we have to now create the next thing. And if we're focused on not getting credit and not being appreciated because we're not crediting ourselves and appreciating ourselves and understanding the nature of what it means to be in this black body and how dynamic it is and how creative and how we can endure and how inventive we are and how innovative we are. If you don't celebrate it, how do you expect somebody else to? They can only reflect to us who we are. And so as we watch the world begin to replicate us, because that is what's happening, it's always happened, it will continue to happen. Don't look back. Don't look back in anger or, dismay or frustration, or look back from the perspective of course they do. Of course they do. Now, what else can I create? Then look within yourself. Don't even look back long. Just look within yourself to say, what else can we create? Because we have been creating this reality from the beginning of time. We are the generators of it. And the more we focus on us being that, the more we will generate new realities. And I like to say that slavery was us giving other people a 400-year head start. That's what it was. We said, okay, we're going to go to sleep for 400 years and we're going to allow them, like the story of Job, we're going to just allow them to torture us and do all these sort of things. And then after that 400-year mark is over, we're waking up. And now, look at it. They're just doing what we created 50 years ago. You know what I mean? Like we gave them a head start, and they're still doing the things that we don't even really do anymore. So what are we doing? Let's get busy. Come on, y'all. We don't have time to hate on people for doing what they would naturally do, which is emulate the best, of course, right? And if you want credit, pat yourself on the fucking back and give yourself some credit and say, oh my God, I'm so creative, and get busy creating the next thing. Do your thing. Do what you are good at. Be who you're meant to be. Show up for yourself. Challenge yourself. Take some risk. Don't spend your creative time pointing at old history and going, they didn't. That shit is over with. It's a whole new world being born. So the more you can access your own power, the more you are the revolution that needs to happen. And what will come from within you, maybe people will be emulating it in 50 years. Maybe people will be like, oh my God, because that is the nature of who we are. It's to be expected. All right, bye.